Well, I haven't done a grocery reveal for a while, so I thought I'd do one today. I went shopping today. Let me see what I spent. I spent 1,732, and this time I've kept my receipt. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we've got. I didn't buy any big, what I call big stuff. I didn't buy a lot of washing powder, things like that. So got 2 dozen eggs. So 2 dozen eggs. What were they? Cost a little. 2 dozen eggs. Where are the eggs? Why can't I find the eggs? 240. Yeah, here I think. No, it's not. Oh well, whatever it was. I'm going to cut off. My beautifully packed groceries. Let's turn that round the other way. So I really do like that they pack everything in a box for you, and they tie it, and they've obviously been very well trained how to do this, because they always make it so that you have something to actually carry it on. So it's always double wrapped. Stick that over there. So what are we looking at first? Well, a staple. I know somebody out there will be saying, oh no, you're not eating noodles. Believe me, when I first went to California, if it wasn't for noodles, I'd have starved. So I used to have noodles and put everything in it. A noodle would be the basic, along with rice, and this is pancit. So pancit, and it's classic and it's immediate. You just put hot water in it. Very convenient. I used to put sweet corn and chicken and all kinds of stuff in there. Canned chicken, of course. There you go. So let me do it. So I have to get these 2 drinks. It's the Philippine Logic. These are high in sugar. They're chocolate. So you can imagine they're high in sugar, 250 milligrams chocolate drink. Beth loves those, so we do our token sweet thing there. And this is a lettuce. Personally, I like the iceberg lettuce, but they come and go. And this one, what is this one? What are they calling this one? A PK, a certain kind of lettuce, and it's 28.30, so that little thing is almost $1. As I couldn't get iceberg lettuce, I thought for a salad I'll have the cabbage. This is green cabbage, 41, so even that is still under $1. 41 pesos, that is. It's always tricky getting tomatoes for the salads, but I'm the only one that if anybody else goes shopping for the groceries, they'll never buy this. Even though Talik has been cooking for us lately, and she actually does use tomatoes. And she scolded me the other day. She said, when you went shopping, didn't you buy any onion? Beth doesn't eat onion. She doesn't eat anything that's a vegetable. So this is 3 tomatoes, 28 pesos. So we're looking at, we'll call it 50 cents. And the same again, these are a little bit bigger, 33 pesos. And what have I got? I actually got the red onions. This is four or five, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, wow, 6 little onions there, little tiny things. They're $4.58, so $1, call it $1. And then we get these. Yeah, I know that someone is going to educate me on if you bought things in a can or a jar, it would be so much cheaper. The Philippine way, if you're a foreigner, well, you're not a foreigner right now if you're in your own country, but if you're going to come here, you will be, and you always will be. This is how they drink coffee. And they sell them like this. Sell them in a big line. Let me see. That should be an easy one to... there's the eggs. The eggs cost 213 pesos for two dozen. So 100 pesos a dozen. 100 pesos doesn't seem too bad, does it? So this, where are the coffee? See those two little drinks here, that's just over $1, so just over 50 cents each. Can't find it, but they're not much. I think that these are about 8 pesos each. So 8 pesos, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, probably 20. Not so bad. But we're not looking at serious grocery shopping here, are we? This is the meat that I bought. Not very much. There, look. I bought 2 pork chops because if Talek cooks, she will cook a pork chop for me. 64 pesos. And what did it weigh? The neck weighed 228 kilos. 0.228 kilos. And then I also bought some lean pork. And the lean pork was 128. So, not so bad. But things have definitely gone up. The same here as anywhere. Sometimes double. See, here's an orange. I bought a couple of oranges. I love the idea of having oranges, but if I notice if I buy 6, probably the last 2 will go soft. And these are 41 pesos each. They used to be about 20, 40 now, so they've doubled in price. Same price. So I've got the alternative to coffee, which I'll drink this in the evening before going to bed. And it says it's an energy drink, but in actual fact it's a nutritious oat cereal with milk. I'm not a great lover of drinking milk, it's mucus forming, but this is a good thing. It's a good drink, and it's not full of caffeine like the coffee is, so that's my choice on that. So this vinegar is very small, you know, we'd be thinking large, wouldn't we? But this was only about 10 pesos, I think. I can never find it on here, so, and it doesn't have the price on it. Vinegar, where's the vinegar? I don't know why. I can't see anything that makes any sense to me there. And they pack this separately. I get something for cleaning the glass table. I'm the only one who uses this to clean glass. It's just not in the mindset. And of course, washing up liquid. We're dealing with cold water. It's cold water all the time. Obviously we're living in a modern house, but we still don't have a working shower. We don't have hot showers. And actually, I actually prefer to have a cold shower. I think it is actually better for you in the morning if you get up and have a cold shower. Now, Beth will drink this and so will I, coffee during the day. So, there's 2 of those. Beth gets through these. She will have 2 of these packs in one. One pack is a cup of coffee, and she will drink 2 in the same cup. She likes her coffee. Now this is Eden cheddar. This is cheddar cheese, and actually it is actually pretty good. Now, as you may have seen on other videos or photographs that I posted on Facebook, I have just a couple of slices of this. Obviously it's that big, the slice, and maybe 1 tomato or maybe 2 tomato if I'm feeling extravagant. So 2 tomatoes in the morning with some cheese, and that I'll count as a pretty good breakfast. Somebody said that wouldn't be good for Beth because she has this acid reflux. Depending on how I sit when I eat and what I eat, I can get that too. If I have that thing that I shouldn't have when I go to PP Coffee for my breakfast, and I'll give in to my weaker self and have a piece of cheesecake, which is so delicious. And I can, as soon as I've had the pleasure, or my mouth has had the pleasure, my taste buds have had the pleasure of having a piece of cheesecake, how I feel in here immediately regrets it. And then I got assorted cans. So what have we got? Tuna flakes in oil. I got a couple of those. And of course, sardines. I also have corned beef, which for rough and ready cooking, which is what we have most of the time. We'll have the corned beef. And the corned beef, actually I found that the corned beef was quite expensive. I thought, where is it? Actually the pork chop was only $64.98. And let me see. Sure Eden cheese, that was $1.50. So for this piece of cheese we're looking at $3. I think actually that even though it's because we're working obviously in pesos. What's the point when I do a video, know that foreigners are watching, then I'll do a quick calculation in my head. This is pretty good value. It's not even $3. So I count that as pretty good value, and it actually tastes good. So there we are, there's our empty box. So we've got enough meat for 2 or 3 meals, if it's just Beth and I and Taliklik, and she'll cook. And of course we've got the pork chop, which is an extravagance actually. I've got a little bit of fruit, some canned goods, which will, if we find that we think that Taliklik was going to cook, she will actually cook a proper meal. It won't be high in vegetables, even if the vegetables are there. The last time that I bought one of these, which is my green cabbage, it went rotten in the fridge. We threw it away unopened. See, so that, and probably this, I'll be the one to have this. So when Beth is having something, probably something fattening, I'll have a salad, and of course she'll say to me, is that all you're going to have? Because just having a salad wouldn't count as a meal, because there's no rice. Now with the rice, when I go out to PP Coffee, they'll give me about that much rice. So it's what they term a cup full of rice. But I don't have not even half of that. I usually have, it's about so big like this, and I'll have 1/3, and I'll keep the rice down like that. Because the one thing that I remember, that people who know these things better than me say that the rice, once you've eaten it, converts to sugar. And one thing I do know is that sugar doesn't do you any good. So there's nothing sugary here for me except these drinks. And it doesn't matter how you cut it, they have sugar. See, it does say high in vitamin C and two times more egg. Not 2 more eggs, just 2 times more what they normally put in there. So let's see what the sugar is here. The sugar is high in one of these 21 grams, is it? And also sodium. So it may be an energizing drink, but it's certainly not that healthy. But in the main, whenever I like to go up to PP Coffee, the restaurant that I go to, it's very modestly priced, very nice people and nice setting and good internet. So I go up there, and I'm sure that they think I'm a real oddball, and who knows that they may well be right. But I have 3 eggs. They cut a few little pieces of ham as tasters and a couple of slices of tomato, nothing to talk about. And of course the rice. And I have 3 eggs, and they soft cook them. They fry them. They're soft cooked, runny. And that's what I have, and I only have the 1/3 of the rice. So it's really hardly any rice at all. Certainly any even tiny little Filipina girl or boy could inhale that much rice without even thinking about it. So that's my little shopping spree. I hope it gives you an idea of what our living is like at the moment. It was painless to do, and they make a box, as I say, so it's not a big thing. What I do have to comment on is the fact that there is no shortage of food. You can see food everywhere. You can see vendor after vendor after vendor in the street, and they're selling not so much tomatoes, and certainly you'd never find a lettuce on there, I don't think, but bananas, oranges, apples. They sell egg by the 28 or 30 to a tray. Food is in abundance. It's not cheap for the average Filipino, I'm sure. It's getting a little bit expensive now, but we haven't really noticed that much of a difference. I've still spent, if you ever saw some of the earlier videos that I did when I was in the Red House up in the mountain, I'm still going there with 2,000 pesos and coming out with change. So look at the change. It was 1,732 that I paid, so I still didn't spend my 2,000 allowance for when I go out. But the thing is that we set 2,000 because it's not the Filipino way to go out, and would never go out into a place such as Costco, where you're buying, well, this you would buy this for, if you were going to buy, well, if you were going to buy any of these canned goods, if you went to Costco, you would buy the entire box. It would have 30 or 40, and we've done that too. I did try to lay in a little food because so much panic is being predicted. Plus, we're watching videos from my subscribers. We're watching videos of showing empty shelves in the US, and we're thinking, well, surely we're a third world country. It's gonna be here, but it's not. I see that my wife is now coming in. Let me show you her. And where do you think you've been?
I drive to Mitafe and have all
You went to a taffy?
yeah, I went to Mitafe.
Wow, I see that you're wearing your helmet.
It's scary, but it feels good.
It's what?
It's scary.
Scary?
Yeah.
What, wearing a helmet?
No, driving. That when I just realized driving, and then in the back is the big truck, the bus. So
Yeah.
right away, trick.
Yeah. I suppose you freaked out like a lot of the women. A lot of those other women that I see riding a bike, and when they realize somebody's behind them, then they slow right down. So you have to slow right down with them, and you can't get round them with traffic coming the other way.
Yeah, it's
Is that what
scary.
you do?
Yeah, I did. I really, you know, it feels good.
Guess what she's picked out.
Thank you.
So, my grocery video has been hijacked. I'll be back another time. Thanks for being with me.